Good morning, everyone. It is Tuesday. I'm just up. I just got the kids fed, and I realized that my YouTube video still has not uploaded yet, and I really just am at wit's end with it, and it upsets me that I can't get them up, A, for you guys, and B, it makes me even further back as far as trying to get caught up. So I went on Google and I tried to figure out what was going on. I really think it's the new camera. I love this camera, don't get me wrong. I think it's though when I transfer the videos onto my computer, I think the size of the video is probably larger than what my old camera was. So I need to figure out in the settings how to do that, and I've looked in the manual and I don't really see it, so I'm just gonna have to play around with it to see what goes on. But I did learn that I can save my video a certain way with the application that I'm using to edit it with. So I'm hoping that this is going to work and that it'll make everything kind of easier on me. The reason why I think it's the size of the video as well is because I used to be able to store several videos, I mean probably like 20 videos, like long videos on my Surface Pro, and now it seems like each time I go to upload videos to my computer, I have to move, the old videos. So that's kind of abnormal. So, I'll play with my camera a little bit. I might have to get my husband to play with it some. He's really good with cameras. So, but I'm gonna try to get this video up again for you, and hopefully it works. So this vlog is a little bit larger than my normal vlogs. I try to get my normal vlogs within 15 minutes, and this one I think is around 30 minutes. So, if you can see the number here, let me zoom out a little bit, there we go. It says 104 minutes, and it keeps rising. And like, when I looked at it this morning, it was like 5,000 minutes. So, I don't know, again, I swear I'm trying my best to get these vlogs up for you. I just don't know what's going on, and yeah, it's kind of upsetting. So as you know, Ryan wants to play with everything that her brother has. She was in the bouncer seat, and then she seen her brother was in his little play seat, so she started crying. I put her down there, and she was sitting up with him for a little bit. And I tried putting the boppy pillow around her to help support her. Not really support her, but in case she fell, she would have something soft to kind of fall back on. And whenever she has anything like assisting her, she tends to push backwards, and so she doesn't lean forward. And so anyway, she didn't seem to like it. So I'm just letting her kind of do her thing. A lot of times she'll roll over on her tummy and just reach up to the toys and play with them. Alrighty, so after talking to my husband, I just emailed him to see if he had any suggestions, and basically he said that this camera is definitely 10 times better than my other camera as far as shooting videos. My other camera, just did standard videos, whereas this camera actually does like full HD videos, and it could do HD videos, and then you can go down to standard. So it was on, I changed the setting. It was on 1920 by 1080 at 60 frames per second. So I changed it to 1920 by 1080 at 30 frames per second. I did that because from what I've been kind of reading online is 60 frames per second means that you could do like really slow-mo movies, and I'm not really into that right now, maybe later. And then I also read online that when you are uploading HD videos or full HD videos, that it actually does take a long time. It takes anywhere between 8 to 10 hours sometimes, and that's why a lot of people, you'll notice that they like edit their vlogs that night, especially if they do daily vlogs. They'll edit that vlog that night so that it's up by like noon the next day. So it does take that long, which really stinks, but I'm used to it only taking like 30 minutes to upload. So right now this says it has like 800 minutes to upload. And that being said, you know, the size of the video is larger because of the HD. And sorry, my kid is just jumping in his bouncer that he loves. So anyway, yeah, so it is bigger. So my Surface Pro only holds like a certain amount of videos anyway. So, or a certain amount of space on Surface Pro, so it does take up a little bit more. So I will have to transfer onto my external drive if I want to continue using the Surface Pro. I do have my regular laptop, which of course would hold more videos, and I might use that when I'm home and just take my Surface Pro when I'm traveling. I just like my Surface Pro a little bit better because it's not as bulky, and I can take it to room without, you know, being any issues. And plus it's touch screen, so I'm used to touching the screen and not having to use my mouse all the time. So anyway, hopefully it, you know, like I said, I'm just gonna give it time to upload. Alrighty, the kids are asleep. They're taking their first nap, and so I did want to start doing some of the things out of this book, Spark Joy, and it's by Marie Kondo. And basically, like I said, it's a whole tidying up process and decluttering. And so you're supposed to do it in categories. So I'm going to try to stick to the categories that she says. You start with like your clothing, and you go down the list and you end up with your like sentimental stuff, because it's easier to get rid of your clothing than it is your sentimental stuff. And so, you know, if you start from the top and you work your way down, then by the time you get to your sentimental stuff, you'll actually realize what sparks joy for you, and you'll be able to feel that a little better. So anyway, I'm starting with my clothes. I'm going to start with my tops because that's what she recommends. I took everything out of my closet. I took everything out of my dresser. I found all my shirts laying around the house. I grabbed them. They're all put on my bed in a big pile right now, and I just need to go through them one by one and see if they kind of spark joy. You're supposed to hold the item, and if it sparks joy, then you keep it. If it doesn't, you discard it. Here are all my tops on my bed. I probably should have videoed my, or taken a picture of my closet as a kind of before and after, and I didn't do that, and I do apologize. I'll do that for the rest of the items, but I was just kind of in a hurry since the kids are just down for a nap. I want to see if I can get this done. You're supposed to do everything in one fell swoop, but it's going to take me a little longer because I do have children, and the book is written, it seems like it's written more for those that don't have children, or maybe they live at home alone, and so it's you know, easier and they can get through it quicker. You know, he's trying to say hi. Say hi. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do, and like I said, you're just supposed to put it in your hand, and like this shirt, for example, it's a nice shirt, but it doesn't fit me anymore. It's too tight, so I'm going to probably discard that. Most likely discard that. This shirt is kind of new, and it's a sweater, like, and I like it. It feels very comfortable, and you know, it's something that I wear all the time. I do have some things in here that I've not worn in years, and I just keep telling myself, oh, one day I'll wear it again, or I'll fit into it again, and honestly, I'm not, so I'm just gonna get rid of it. So yeah, so again, that's what my bed looks like with my cat Juno, which I'm going to probably discard this cat and keep that cat. I'm just kidding, I'm just kidding. So yeah, I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. Okay, so here's my pile that I'm going to be keeping, and then I need to put those back in the dresser. Here's the pile that I'm just discarding. I got rid of a lot of stuff, that even some stuff that was sentimental to me, like this was from high school, my softball long sleeve t-shirt, and you know, I always saved it for like a snowy day or a cold day to wear underneath stuff, but I've not worn it in years, so I might as well get rid of it. That was a little bit more difficult than I thought it was going to be. You know, it was easy at the same time, but it's just, I don't know, it's hard to let go of things sometimes. So anyway, I did have a pile of like maybes, and that I was going to try them on, but you know, the whole thing is that if you have to think twice about it, then it probably doesn't bring you joy, and so you might as well get rid of it. So I didn't even try those on. I just threw them in the discard pile. So I'm going to pack these up, and I'm going to, all the name brand stuff, I'm going to try to give to the consignment shop here locally to see if I get anything for them. And I'm going to give myself 1 week to do that. And if I don't do it in a week, then they're all going to the Goodwill. Alrighty, so now that I've cleaned out my my closet with my tops, I wanted to fold up some of the items that aren't going to be hung up, that are going to be placed back into my dresser. And with the KonMari method, the book illustration is a little different than what I've seen online, and I tried doing it the way the book says to do it first, and I really didn't understand it that well, so then I had to go and Google it, and I found some on YouTube. So I watched a few videos, and I like this method a little better. So I've got my shirt face down because I have a print on the top, and you just want to, you know, kind of make sure it's all spread out and not wrinkly or anything. And then what you want to do is you find the middle area. This is a t-shirt, so I'm going to fold this over to about the middle and just kind of flatten it out a little bit here. This shirt's a little bit more relaxed, and so it's not going to be as straight as I would like it to be, but that's alright. So you do that, and then you'll fold whatever sleeve. This doesn't really have much of a sleeve, but you'll fold whatever sleeve back. Then you want to come over to the other side, and you want to meet it in the middle. Again, it's kind of relaxed here, so get it as much as possible. And you just want to fold it over, and then you want to move the sleeve over again. Then you want to grab the bottom of the shirt, bring it all the way to the top, and kind of flatten it out here. Then you want to roll it up into thirds. So you want to find your thirds, and you just want to simply roll it once, flatten it out, and roll it again and flatten it out. And as you can tell, that it's not straight on because this shirt kind of comes like a flaring out, so it's not going to be straight on. But essentially you want to be able to find the sweet spot so that it folds up and you can see it stand up on its own, and that's how it will be in the dresser. And so then you would want to put all your other t-shirts in front of it or behind it, and that way you just reach in, grab the t-shirt, you know, put it on, and then when you're done with your laundry, you can take the t-shirt and place it right back in the dresser where it goes. So so yeah, that's how you do the fold. I really like it. I'm excited to try. Even though I got rid of a lot of my t-shirts, this method should still work very well for me. My battery died before I was able to finish recording some of the stuff that I was doing with my clothes. So here's a look at my drawer. That these items, this is my tank tops, and these are my t-shirts. You know, I folded them the same way that I folded my t-shirts, except they don't have sleeves, so you don't have to mess with the sleeve part. And this all went into 2 drawers, and they now fit in 1. Granted, I did get rid of a bunch of clothes, so I mean that saved some space there. And basically what I got rid of was just things that didn't fit me anymore, that didn't feel good on me anymore, that might have had a hole or might have had a stain on it. Things that I probably liked, but I haven't worn them in forever, so I got rid of that. Anything that I was like, okay, I might wear this later, I just got rid of. Here is a pile of clothes that I'm going to be taking to the consignment shop to see if they will give me anything for it. And then I've got a big bag right here of clothes that I was going to take to the Goodwill. But we have an H&M here locally, and it's at our mall, and I know they've got this like program called Close the Loop, and essentially you take in a bag of clothes and you get, I think it's 15% off. It might be even more, I'm not sure, but so don't quote me on that. But I called them just to see how big of a bag it has to be and whatever, and they said that a trash bag is actually too large, but I need to put it in like a small like shopping bag, like a Walmart bag or a Target bag, and I can bring in 2 bags each day. So you get, let's say it's 15% off, then it will be 30% off. So I'm going to do that, and then any of the clothes that the consignment shop doesn't take, I'm going to take that to H&M as well. And honestly, if I don't sell these baby clothes pretty soon, I'm probably going to take those to H&M too. So yeah, I think that's pretty cool, because if you take them to the Goodwill, you don't really get anything for them, and you know, I'd rather give back somewhere that's, you know, the Goodwill is full of clothes, so I'd rather give back to something where they can reuse the fabric and the, you know, the threads and everything else. So this is what my comfy pants or sweatpants look like. I just folded them and put them in here. They used to be in this drawer, and they, you know, filled up the whole drawer, and those are a few items that I'm getting rid of. One of the things that she also mentions in the book is that you don't want to start storing. You don't want to come up with a storage plan until you're done with that category. So, for example, the clothes. You're supposed to kind of just leave it out or put them in totes until you are completely through with your clothes, and then you look at your storage situation, and then you decide what goes where. So that being said, I really don't have room to put anything in totes, and you know, I still have to kind of go about my day. So I'm just kind of putting the items back into the dresser where they fit currently, and then once I'm done with the clothing category, I will go back and I will rearrange stuff so that it fits my needs. I just can't do that at this time. So it is ridiculously windy outside. I already have a few chairs out there in the pool that I'm going to have to go get out eventually. It's just super cold out there right now. Stuff has fallen all over the porch. There's usually that grill ends up over there, but I think my husband strapped it down. But it is ridiculous. I'm glad I didn't have to go out and do anything today. And there's a piece of a shingle. It must have come off the roof somewhere. Alrighty, we've got the little kids. They are drinking on some milk and just relaxing. They have been kind of crabby the second half of the day. They've been extra sleepy. I'm not sure what's going on, and then their poor cheeks have been kind of red, so I don't know if they're just not feeling good or what. I did take their temperatures and they're fine, but it is about 7:30, so I am going to try to get them to bed here shortly. My husband, he's at a DJ meeting, so he's not here this evening, so I've had to battle the twins alone, but he'll be here the rest of the week, and my mom has offered to watch them tomorrow so I can get some things done around the house. I want to continue on with the organization and the KonMari method as far as the clothing. I need to finish that up. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it, and I hope, you know, supposedly it's once you get rid of everything that, you know, doesn't bring you joy anymore, you just do it one time and you don't really have to do it anymore. The only time you would, you know, tidy up per se is if you realize that something just doesn't bring you joy anymore and you just get rid of it right then and there. So anyway, so we are going to be saying good night. This little guy has been a chatterbox today, haven't you? Yeah? Yeah, see, I'm holding my bottle and everything. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay. You gonna tell him good night? Say night-night. And then this little girl right here. What are you doing? What are you doing? You gonna say night-night? He is just talking today. You say mama again? Yeah? Yeah, you just chatterbox. So we had our baths. My hair's sticking up. Yeah. Alrighty, everyone. We will see you in the next video. Bye.